Welcome to my channel, and today I'm back with another NXB video. I've done these top 10 kind of videos for the ultimates, purple color, blue color and red color. So now the only two colors left are green and yellow, so I decided to go with the yellow color. So this is gonna be the top 10 list for all the yellow characters in the game, and of course, just like always, I am not gonna include ninjas like what's his name, Jugo, etc., like those who don't have an ultimate yet. So without further ado, let's jump into the rankings. So starting at the bottom, that's number 11, and it's gonna be Zabuza. I don't think so anybody should have any problem with him being at the bottom, because first of all, his basic attacks are really slow, his movement speed is slow, he doesn't have any good jutsu with him. All of his jutsus don't have any effect except one that has darkness, but it's still not darkness isn't that useful in my opinion. I think so you guys also think the same. Darkness is just not that useful. His water dragon jutsu is just meh, it's just bad, and his sword attack, it knocks down the opponent, but he's since this list is from yellow characters, the damage is not that good on that attack, and his ultimate is fine, but he's just not good on defense, not good as a support, and neither is he good as a main. So yeah, he gets the number 11 spot. And next, it's pretty sad to see, but number 10 is gonna be Kisame. When he first got the new 4-star and the ultimate, I was pretty hyped about that jutsu, because that was one of a kind jutsu in the game, and that did really good as a support. But now there are so much better support units than him. Even stun is better than that water prison jutsu in my opinion. You'll see the next character that I will rank at number 9. But Kisame has the water prison jutsu, he is still a really good support, but there are still much better options. And on defense, he's not that great because the damage is just not there. And as a support, as I told you, he is pretty good. And as a main, no way, he does not have any jutsu to counter the tornado trap. So yeah, he just only good on defense. And the thing is, as I told earlier, there are much better options, so that's why he is at number 10. And then moving on to number 9, it's gonna be Kakuzu. As I was talking about a stun attack, Kakuzu has an attack that causes stun and also does damage over time, and it is also really good AoE attack, and to top it all, it is also an iframe. I don't know, this should sell Kakuzu to you as a support, because his ultimate is also pretty decent. And I think so Kisame's ultimate might be a bit better, and in my top 10 ultimate videos, I regretted putting Kakuzu's ult at number 10. That was my fault, and if you still don't know, I updated the description there, and instead of Kakuzu, you can put any full room ult in at number 10. So I'm sorry for putting Kakuzu's ult there, that was my bad. But let's here talk about Kakuzu. His ultimate is, as I told you, decent, and he has an attack that causes damage over time. Stun is also an iframe, and his other two attacks are not that good, but that one 4-star is just good enough to be a really good support and a much better support than Kisame. Other than that, he's not good on defense and not good as a main, so the only thing going on for him is that he's a better support than Kisame and Zabuza, so that's why he's at number 9. And at number 8, it's gonna be Jiraiya with the new kit, the confusion, the damage over time and speed debuff attack, and also the new ultimate or the older ultimate. Both work fine, but the new one is better. He is pretty decent as a support, because confusion only is good as a support if your teammate also has a speed debuff. Otherwise, confusion is also not that good. So for me, speed debuff and confusion both give a sign to be a pretty good support. But the thing is, with Jiraiya also, the damage is not there, but that damage over time kind of makes up for it. And in my opinion, Jiraiya is a better support than Kakuzu and Kisame. Stunning and confusion with the speed debuff is almost similar, and also Jiraiya's ultimate is also pretty decent, even though it has a higher cooldown, but it's still a pretty good attack, because as a support unit, it doesn't matter if the ultimate has a higher cooldown or not. As I told you, as a support, he is pretty good, and the thing is that he's also good on defense. He's not a good main by any means, he's just not a good main, so we'll just rule that possibility out. But as on defense, he has got the damage over time, the speed debuff, the confusion, the iframe. He is pretty good on defense, and I think so his just damage over time is solely enough to put him this high, at not this high, but at number 8 and above all the ninjas below him. I think so he deserves the number 8 spot. And number 7, this guy got his ultimate pretty recently, and it's Asuma. You can just switch places between Asuma and Jiraiya, but in my opinion, Asuma is gonna be better than Jiraiya because like defense debuff is really important for me. Like it is the most important factor for me as a support unit, is the defense debuff attack, and Asuma has that. And it's not just a like basic defense debuff attack, it's also really good attack. It will first like give you the defense debuff, and then the next 2 hit will hit the opponent and also do a pretty significant amount of damage. So like Asuma is really good. You can also use him as a main, but he's not that good of a main. At least like Jiraiya can't be used as a main, but Asuma can, because he has one of the slash attack or some kind of like attack in which he dashes forward. So that's one thing going on for him. On defense, he is not that good, as like he's not even close to Jiraiya, but he is still pretty annoying with the knockdowns. But for me, like that defense debuff and him being like much better than Jiraiya as a support just gives him the edge over Jiraiya. And then next at number 6, it's gonna be Tobirama. He, in my opinion, is one of the like underrated ninjas in this game, because on defense, like he is top tier. Like he constantly like stunning you and knockdowns, and also his ultimate is pretty good. And him being able to like also have iframe, like he is really good on defense, and he like the damage, even though the damage is not there, but he will constantly keep on stunning you, knocking you down, and just teleporting here and there. Like he is really annoying to deal on defense, in my opinion. As a support, he does not have that much going on for him, and as a main, you can definitely use him as a main. He is a much better main than Asuma, Jiraiya, and all the ninjas below. But for like defense, I have personally put him on defense with the, I guess, the revival thing, and he is really annoying, because even if you somehow, even if you like kill him, he's gonna come back to life and annoy you again. So he is pretty good on defense to waste time. As I told you, the damage is not there, but wasting time and annoying people, like he is there at the top for defense. So that's why he's at number 6. Now moving on to top 5. Number 5 is gonna be Gaara. Damage, Gaara is not there, but with the newer ultimate and also that sand dome attack, like just put him in the final room and he is one of the annoying ninja, like one of the most annoying ninjas in the game to deal with, because he will just keep on, I don't know, it's some kind of glitch or something, but as soon as like sometimes it happens as soon as he comes out of the sand dome, he just instantly like uses that attack again, and you just can't even hit him. And with the new ultimate, he gives a lot of like defense and resistance from jutsus in the final room, because he, as soon as you enter, Gaara will pop that ultimate and all of your like ninjas in the final room will get that defense. And if your ultimate somehow misses to hit one of the ninjas, like that guy is gonna have like significant amount of defense. It's gonna be difficult to take him down, and Gaara is most probably, if it's not a multi-hit ultimate, like Gaara is most probably gonna survive because of the sand dome. Like he just keeps on using it again and again and wastes a lot of time. And there have been like many times that I lost the match because of Gaara just using his sand dome. Like he is really good to put in the final room, one of the best. And if you have him, like definitely put him in the final room. And like that, just one thing about him is more than enough to put him at number 5 spot. And number 4, it's gonna be Itachi version 2, aka Itachi versus Sasuke, with the new kit, of course. First of all, let's just talk about him as a main. You have the new teleport kind of attack. He can be used as a main because of the defense debuff and the new fire style that can give you the speed debuff, seal, and also like do the damage over time effect. Like I don't know if it does the damage over time effect or not. I think so it does, but I'm not sure. So, but at least it does the seal and speed debuff, so that's really good. Like on defense, with the defense debuff, he is also pretty good. Like defense debuff, that seal attack, and also like constantly like using that attack, the teleport one, that also works as an iframe. That is also like really annoying on defense. And his Totsuka blade is a really good ultimate. His Amaterasu, the new one, not that much, but I'd prefer Totsuka blade over that one, because even if you like teleport away from that ult, he can still like position, I mean like swing the sword in your direction. Of course, if you like teleport just at the last second, he will not be able to, but that's like you have to learn how to time it. And on like he's good as a support, as I told you. On like, no, I did not talk about support. He's good on defense, and he's also can be used as a main. And on support, he is like my go-to defense debuff ninja on my main account. Like with defense debuff iframe, unfortunately don't have the new seal attack that the fire style he has, but with that, like, he is an excellent support character. And he, like, if you wanna give him like 2 defense, I mean like 2 iframes, you can also do that. So he has a lot going on for him, and that's why he's at number 4. And now top 3, number 3, it's gonna be Hashirama. He is one of the best support units. He has a seal attack, the dragon attack, that can seal the opponent. His like basic attacks can knock down the opponent also, and he also has an attack that with which he can heal himself, even though it's not that good, but still it's a healing nonetheless. And also he has an attack that gives resistance from all the natures. Like, what more can you ask for as a support unit? On defense, of course, he is a little bit annoying to deal with, but he can't do like that much damage. So on defense he is kind of as a main, not good, but like that's just support ability of his, like the seal attack, like that's just amazing. He will, and the range is also like, it covers a pretty huge range. I mean, in terms of like length wise, it can cover a lot of distance. So like Hashirama is really good support, and personally I use him as a support on my main account, and that's just more than enough to put him at number 3. And at number 2, it's gonna be the EMS Sasuke. Like, I just hate this character because he's so annoying. He has 2 iframes, he also has the defense debuff, and his ultimate is also like really good. Like the defense debuff on on defense, it's can like give you defense debuff, and of course that damage will, like, his attacks will do more damage. He also has an attack that does damage over time. 2 iframes, like whenever I see him, I just usually use my ultimate, and most of the times he ends up surviving because of the iframes. Like, he is a top tier character in the game. Of course he's not good as a main, but on defense he is, in my opinion, like one of the best. And also as a support with defense debuff, as I told you, defense debuff is the like one of the main thing that I want in a support character. So for me, like, EMS Sasuke is a really good support, even though I don't have his jutsus and stuff, but he still has the defense debuff, even though, and also like the effect of defense, like the debuff is not as huge as Itachi, but the 2 iframes and also like damage over time and stuff is more than enough. And on defense he's much better than Itachi version 2. As a support, both are kind of similar. I'd take any one of them in like attack missions as a support unit, but on defense EMS Sasuke is better, and in attack missions Itachi version 2 is better. But like the defensive capabilities of Sasuke on defense are just more than enough to put him at number 2. And now for the final spot, number 1, through nobody's surprise, it's gonna be Hokage Naruto. Like, Shadow Clone Jutsu, the mini Rasen Shurikens, one of the iframes that can like give you attack debuff, and his like newer ultimate is also really good because it's a multi-hit ultimate, and the range is also not that bad on his newer ultimate. Like his Shadow Clone, even though he's a yellow character, his Shadow Clone Jutsus do a lot of damage. His mini Rasen Shuriken also does a lot of damage. It gives you defense debuff, so he will hit you with Rasen Shuriken, like mini Rasen Shurikens, and then he will hit you with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which will knock you down, and then he will hit you with the mini Rasen Shurikens again and again. Like, he also has an iframe. He's also really good on defense. I'd say EMS Sasuke and Naruto Hokage are like at the same level on defense, but then as a main, Naruto Hokage shines because his Shadow Clone Jutsu can set off tornado traps and stuff. So he is a really good main, one of the like top tier mains in this game. Hokage Naruto damage, like, one of the things is that even being a yellow unit, his just damage is insane. He can knock down with the Shadow Clone Jutsu and stuff. Like, I don't think so anybody should have any problem with Hokage Naruto being at number 1, but for me he is number 1. And this concludes the list. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. And yeah, that's all. I'll definitely make a video on the top 10 green ninjas, but that will be made after like Sam is done and the next update comes out. So I will make that green video too. But this was my list. As I told you, let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below, and stay tuned for more. I'll meet you in the next one.